Hey aquarists! Tired of endless algae battles in your plant aquarium? Looking for a natural, effective, and active algae-eating machine? Today, we're showcasing a powerhouse of algae control, the Reticulated Siamese Algae Eater. This fish is a workhorse, and a surprisingly attractive one at that. Let's dive in. The Reticulated Siamese Algae Eater, scientifically known as Reticulated reticulatus, is a fantastic fish for plant aquariums. Often simply called a reticulated SAE. It's a lesser-known but incredibly effective algae eater, especially when compared to some of the more commonly misidentified species. Let's explore its benefits, needs, and how to best keep this algae-busting buddy. First, let's talk identification, because this is key. There are several fish that are mistakenly sold as Siamese algae eaters, and many of them aren't nearly as effective at controlling algae. The Reticulated reticulatus has a few key distinguishing features. The mesh pattern. Look for a distinct mesh-like pattern on its scales, giving it the reticulated name. This is best seen on their sides and back. Horizontal black stripe. They have a prominent black stripe that runs from the tip of their nose to the base of their tail. This stripe doesn't extend into the tail fin. Body shape. They have a slender, torpedo-shaped body built for swimming and navigating through plants. Active behavior. They are constantly on the move, searching for algae. They don't sit still for long. The reticulated SAE is a voracious algae eater, consuming a wide range of algae types, including the dreaded blackbeard algae, BBA, hair algae, and green spot algae. They graze constantly, keeping plants and decorations clean. However, it's important to note that they are not a complete solution to algae problems. They should be used as part of a balanced approach that also includes good water quality, proper lighting, and nutrient management. They should be considered maintenance and not a cure. Reticulated SAEs can grow to be around 5 to 6 inches long, approximately 13 to 15 centimeters, so they need a decent amount of space to swim. I recommend a minimum tank size of 30 gallons, around 114 liters, for a small group of 3 to 4 individuals. Larger tanks are always better. These fish prefer a well-planted tank with plenty of hiding places and open swimming areas. Provide them with driftwood, rocks, and dense plant thickets to create a natural and comfortable environment. They also appreciate good water flow and oxygenation. Reticulated SAEs are relatively hardy fish and can tolerate a range of water parameters. They prefer a pH between 6.5 and 7.5, a water temperature between 72 and 78 degrees Fahrenheit, 22 to 26 degrees Celsius, and good water quality. Perform regular water changes, 25 to 50% weekly, to keep the water clean and stable. As for tank mates, reticulated SAEs are generally peaceful and get along well with most community fish, such as tetras, rasboras, gurmies, and peaceful barbs. Avoid keeping them with aggressive or territorial fish that may harass them. They can also be kept with shrimp and snails, as they typically won't bother them. While reticulated SAEs are great algae eaters, they also need supplemental feeding to stay healthy. Once they've cleared the tank of algae, or if there isn't enough algae to sustain them, offer them algae wafers, sinking pellets, and blanched vegetables like zucchini and spinach. They're also known to accept meaty foods like bloodworms and brine shrimp, but these should be offered sparingly as a treat, as they're primarily herbivorous. Reticulated SAEs are generally healthy fish, but there are a few potential issues to be aware of. Misidentification. Make sure you are buying the correct species. Starvation. Ensure they are getting enough to eat, especially in algae-free tanks. Competition. Avoid overcrowding the tank, as this can lead to competition for food and resources. Jumping. They can be jumpers, so ensure your tank has a tight-fitting lid.